What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the LWG podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Danny, aka Lord Disco, accompanied by Islam, Ra, God of the Sun, and Dan, Papa Sun Killer. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications below. And don't forget to check out all the other awesome content.
You are now listening to a Los Wise Guys production.
So I've been sick since like Monday, and I feel like I talked about this last week where I went on a site visit at work. I don't know if I said it on the podcast or not, but we were outside, and we were inside and outside, right, in the buildings, and whenever we went inside the buildings, it would stop raining, and whenever we stepped outside, it would just start raining and raining hard. And so the site visit was like a couple of hours, so I got like wet, and then it took me like a couple of hours just to get home. And I thought I was like doing a good job by like eating like oranges and like, you know, taking care of myself for the rest of the week. And then Monday came, and I had to go into the city for work, and it was like fucking freezing on Monday. And I feel that's what like pushed it over the edge, because when 4 o'clock hit, when I was sitting at my desk, dude, this shit hit me like a fucking semi-truck. And like from there on, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's COVID. I took a couple of at-home tests. Mm-hmm. They've all been negative. Tuesday morning, I sent an email where I was like at 6:45 in the morning, where I was a little bit out of it, and I reread the email and I fucked up a couple of the words.
My I was son just like, will have
the golden line.
Yo,
I feel like Eslam's gonna wake up and he's like, "Oh shit, it's Saturday."
And so the HR person, she was like, sorry to hear that you're sick. Just stay home for the rest of the week. Take another test in 2 days, and then keep us updated on your health and stuff. So, thank God I've been working from home for the rest of this week, because it's fucking freezing outside. On my side of the country.
Yeah, I heard Jersey's been cold.
It's fucking freezing, bro. It's down in like the 10s and shit.
Oh my god, that's gruesome.
Yeah. We have like this cold front that's coming up from fucking Canada. They always send us their worst shit. The cold, Justin Bieber. Like, it's just
God
horrendous.
damn you,
Some of the greatest
Drake.
wrestlers have come out of Canada, sir. So,
huh?
Some of the greatest wrestlers ever have come out of Canada. I have nothing but respect for Canada.
Whatever, man. They sent us Bieber.
They could keep their weather though. Like, gosh, dang.
So yeah, I've been just like Monday. Oh my god, I had the craziest chills.
Did you die?
Almost.
Oh,
Yep,
dang.
you did.
Felt like my neck was gonna break from like the body aches. Like my lower back was killing me. My like leg muscles were fucking. My knee.
That sounds like COVID.
My one knee.
My cousin got it.
Tell him about
and he
your
was complaining
palms.
about that.
Yeah. So I got home. I was fucking freezing. So I go in the shower, turn it on to like hot water so it can like warm up the shower with like the steam and shit. And then right before I got in, I put on like I turned the hot water down so like to cool it down a little bit so it's not 100% hot. But like when I got in the shower and I was looking at my hands, and like this area of my palm where your thumb kind of looks like a drumstick. This part right here, right? It does, right?
I I love you, Esla, so much.
The drumstick part of your palm.
That's the description. That's the description.
Yeah, doesn't it look like, you tell me that doesn't look like a drumstick right now?
just thumbstick.
I would have said, the part where it's just the thumb, connects to the hand and like the whole little muscle there or something. I don't know.
Does
use
it or
Danny's
does it
expression,
not
thumbstick.
look like a drumstick?
No. Not
Yes,
to
it
me.
does. Like this part right here. That. You tell me that doesn't.
He's
look
like,
a
if you
drumstick?
hide the rest of your
Stop
hand, you
wiggling
can't
the
see a
end of it.
drumstick.
You tell me this doesn't look like a drumstick.
I don't know, man. Maybe if you stop moving it, my drumsticks don't move.
Oh my god,
Your drumsticks don't wiggle.
he's moving
No.
like the bone part of the drum.
That's why you're sick. Your chicken's still alive.
So yeah, so this part of my palm right here, if you're watching, you can see. But if you're not watching, it's the little drumstick part of your hand.
It's like
was
where the thumb meets the palm.
yeah. I call it the drumstick. It was blue, like the skin. It's like I could almost see like the veins under it. You know what I mean? And
No, nobody
yeah.
knows what you.
no, dude.
No, it's turning
Honestly,
into a vampire. He's just like, I don't even know what's happening.
honestly, I could have just been seeing shit.
Yeah,
I was in a state of just like lots of pain.
you're just trying to
and-
eat some uncooked chicken.
And just
He's like, damn, my
very,
hands look
very
kind of good
cold.
right now.
Anybody got some barbecue sauce?
I'm about to bread these shits, fry them up.
Popeyes ain't got nothing on my thumbs.
Oh,
But yeah, so yeah, I finally got warm in the shower, got out, dressed in my warmest clothes, like thick ass socks, sweatpants, like a thick sweatshirt, put on my space heater, got under the covers, took my cold medicine, and just fucking sweated out during the night. Woke up Tuesday morning feeling a hell of a lot better. So yeah, but on other news, good news.
How many oranges did you eat?
Like
That's a real
4.
question. That's it.
Oh man,
Four
you gotta
oranges.
pump those numbers up.
If you're
And then,
sick,
like,
you got to eat like
4
minimum
tangerines.
like 8.
And then like
Tangerines
4
aren't bad.
tangerines.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's like a fake orange. It's like
I'm
a half
not
orange.
big on. I'm not big on fruit.
Oh, me neither.
So, like, I'll eat fruit here and there, but like, I'm not big on it. So,
But
I
like
had
I told
this, like-
you guys in the group text, like if I'm sick, like that's really the only time I consume any vitamin C.
yeah. So I got those packets also Monday morning before I even started feeling sick. I was like, it's cold out. Let me get
Yep.
this because just in case. And I took one at work. Been taking one every day since. Eating oranges. I have like this Theraflu type of tea where it's like a powder where it has like all of the medication that comes in
Yeah.
the pills, but it's a tea. So I've been drinking that for my throat and stuff.
I
And
hate
I like
getting the
that
same-
one, and I put like a little lemon in it, and it comes out really good.
Yeah, this one has already lemon and honey in it, so I don't like
Those
hot
things are
drinks.
Just gross to me. Yeah, I hate all hot liquids. I can't do it.
I'm not a fan of hot drinks, but it really helps my throat out because right now my throat is itchy as fuck. So
Yeah.
I can start making those weird maiden calls that I do when I scratch my throat. But I don't want y'all getting hot and bothered out here. But like
Nothing
I was
can make
saying,
me
in
hot and
other
bothered.
what happened?
I said nothing could make me hot and bothered.
Oh, bro.
Nothing.
I don't know, those succulent
It's just
drumstick
if you keep wiggling
thumbs.
that thumbstick, baby.
I had the Taco Bell chicken wings on Sunday.
Is that what got you better?
I forgot that existed.
No, I got them Sunday, got sick on Monday. It had nothing to do with Taco Bell. It
You're
had,
saying don't eat the wings.
no, eat the Taco Bell wings. They were really
It
good.
just so happened.
Yeah.
I actually had to go on a journey to get those fuckers.
In the rain.
No. I was in a car this time. But it was raining on Sunday. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so I went to Taco Bell near me in the morning, and they didn't have them. I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?" And then I went to hang out with Nadia, and we went to her friend's house, and we were like, oh, they wanted to try the Taco Bell wings too. So I was like, oh, let's go get them from the Taco Bell near them. So I went to a Taco Bell near them, get into the drive-thru. They're like, oh, they just sold out. It was funny.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. It's Danny's hand is coming from off screen and putting chips in his mouth, and it doesn't look like it's his hand. It looks like it's somebody just feeding him every couple of seconds.
It's my servant.
Exactly. Like you just stand there, you just open your mouth,
and
his hand
Master
just
Disco.
appears and keeps feeding you. I mean, I am listening, so I'm sorry. It's like can't
No,
stop looking at
it's fine.
Can't imagine.
So long story short, we had to go to 2 Taco Bells to get the wings, but we got them.
Were they good?
And yeah, they were good. They had like a nice seasoning on it. They were crispy.
How about the sauce? Any sauce?
They gave you ranch with it.
Buttermilk or just regular?
I don't think there is regular ranch. It's all buttermilk ranch. That's how you make ranch, with buttermilk.
And that's how I know you're fat.
Never knew that. Never knew that.
Yeah.
He's
Damn right I'm
He's
fat.
like, you can't trick me. It's all buttermilk.
That's right.
That's not common knowledge. Just want to
It
point
is
that out.
common knowledge.
That is not common knowledge.
Okay, so
Go to a random person on the street. Is there buttermilk in your ranch? Most people would probably. I would have said no right off the bat. Absolutely not. There
Not mine. It's like, not my ranch.
That's what gives it the flavors, the buttermilk. Because all the recipes. Because sometimes I looked up recipes to make my own. Back in the day,
There
and
we
all
go.
of them had
Here
buttermilk.
we
in
go
it,
with the
yeah.
Rachel Ray shit comes back. You know, that's the
Yeah.
thing. You guys always like the cooking. I always like the eating. You
Can't
know? And
escape
even then,
it.
I didn't like the eating that much. I just ate just because I had to eat. Just get it out the way.
Gotta enjoy the little things.
When you get older, that's
but yeah.
all you have. You can't move. You're decrepit. You're just like,
I'm
"Let me
older
have-
than both of
Let me
you.
have a taco.
Man, shut the fuck up. With your 3 months. Get out of here.
I was doing the Twitch because that's how the kids say it. And Henry was on there, and we both couldn't figure out what our ages were.
Damn.
I think I'm
God.
32. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Henry thinks
You're
he's the
gonna
same.
be 33
You're gonna
this
ask
year.
the guy with Alzheimer's, "Am I 32?"
I know
'Cause
because
I'm not gonna do the math.
since he's in 89, so he's a couple of months older than us. So so right now I'm 31. I turned 32 in April. He's gonna turn 33 in November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oof, 33. I've been waiting for that one.
Oh,
I've been waiting for that one.
yeah.
It was always my favorite number to
Isn't
beat
32
when I played basketball.
32 is the 666, right? The
fuck are you talking
32,
about?
23, which is 666. Remember the number 23?
Yeah, but how does it equal 666? It
2
equals
divided
66
by
if
3.
anything. 2 divided by 3. Okay.
Or 3 divided by 2. So one of those gives you 0.66666.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 2 divided by 3. Yeah. Come on, man. That's what we did in high school after that movie. We turned KFC into...
I could turn things
fucking-
into 23, but once I never divided to get to 23. I never had to go that far.
No, not divide to get to 23. 23, when you divide 2 by 3, gives you the 666.
I never.
That was the
I
whole-
stopped at 23. Why'd you keep going? The goal was
Because
to
that
get
was
to
the whole
23.
point of the movie.
No, it had nothing to do with the sixes. It was 23.
Yeah, but the 23 went further, and it was like it had like the underline of the 666. No, did
don't
I
think
make
so.
that up?
We have to
I'm
call
pretty
Jim
sure you made that
Carrey.
up.
All right, whatever. Let's move on. What you guys play this week?
I got a lot. So
Oh yeah,
Oh wow, you played a lot.
I got nothing. I haven't. I've been sick. I've been busy.
He's playing some Dreams.
I'm probably not gonna. I'm probably gonna finish Mass Effect next week. So
Yeah,
by next week's episode, I'll have time to have played Mass Effect.
yeah, you'll definitely finish it.
Are you being sarcastic or are you being serious? I can't tell right now.
Nah, you'll finish it, and it's gonna be great, and you're gonna tell us all about it. So I was playing
I
some
don't appreciate
played,
the treatment.
Dragon Age Origins. I was doing that on Twitch. That's where
Oh,
Henry
right,
and I were trying to
yeah.
figure out the age. Did that for a lot of hours. It was good. I went in there. I did mention a little while ago. I did bang Morrigan, a Witch of the Wilds. So I'm right there with you, Danny.
Wait, can you say that again? What?
I did bang Morrigan, the Witch of the Wilds.
Bang.
Bang Space
Oh.
Morgan. That's the
Oh,
name of
he
the
had
person.
intercourse with a witch. Oh my god, I got
There you go.
competition.
In which game?
Dragon Age Origins. I'm
Okay.
still talking about it. How sick are you?
Really sick,
He's
bro.
he's like, what did you just say now? Can you repeat that for me?
I'm really fucked up. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah, no, I did that. And it's funny because I remember the first time I played this game. I believe I romanced Morgan as well, and it took a while to get to that point. And I did like the first main mission, and I was like, oh hey, I found this book. She's like, I really want this book. Come in my tent. And I was like, I will. And there you go.
So I'm sorry, just a quick, because the first time I've heard of romancing, obviously Dragon Age is an older game than Mass Effect. Has this been common?
Actually,
for a
no.
while?
Mass Effect is older than Dragon Age.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
The first Mass Effect
Oh.
came out before the first Dragon Age did.
So did Mass Effect do the whole romancing thing? Is that like an invention of theirs, or
Oh,
has that been
invented?
other...
No. That's been around
Okay.
for forever.
Okay.
So
I
romancing
didn't know,
games
yeah.
been like a minute. They've been around for like how many?
Oh yeah, that's been there for a minute. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I thought.
It depends on how far you're looking into it. Like, are you talking about like characters fall in love or characters banging?
So I don't know the level that it is in Dragon Age, but I'm talking about like the level that it is in Mass Effect.
Mass Effect and Dragon Age are the exact same level. I mean, the same people make the
Okay.
game. It's literally the
okay.
same
That
game
makes
with the
sense.
exception of space or high fantasy.
Okay.
Um,
Makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, but like if you want to talk romance, go back to the first. Go to Donkey Kong where Mario's trying to rescue Princess Peach.
No, that doesn't. No.
You know?
That does no. Fuck that. That's not romance.
That's not a real romance.
Well, it's not because the theory is Princess Peach never really wanted to be rescued by Mario, and he's just following her
Yeah.
around everywhere because he's a stalker.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's that.
No, but I'm
Bowser's
talking
just
about
trying
a
to save
level where the other person talked back and they gave confirmation.
her. Oh yeah, no, that's
of
been around in games
wanting
for
to be in
forever.
this. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I couldn't tell you where it originates from. But yeah, I did a lot of Dragon Age Origins. Fought some werewolves. And a crazy old man who lived in a tree stump. Killed him. I killed that man. And he deserved it because he stole the acorn from the oak tree man, whose name I can't remember. It's basically Greybeard from Lord of the Rings.
Sounds
so
like
I
you're
did
making
that.
shit up. But cool.
I forgot that was in the game. You could ask Henry. I'm in the middle of playing, and then a tree started attacking me. I was like, "The fuck is this?" So, mind you, I beat this game twice. I forgot that there was trees. Well, like that fight and shit. And the werewolves. They show a lot of ass. But
yeah, some werewolf
werewolves.
the werewolves. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I
all
was
over
like-
the game.
I was like, they're already naked. Like what?
Yeah, but I mean,
Their
you
ass is
remember how
hanging
they
out
showed
like
Miranda
chimpanzees.
in the old school Mass Effect 2, where it's just like
Yeah.
they panned on it? It was that,
there's-
but werewolves.
Yeah, but so just like nice, thick, luscious, hairy asses.
Like
It was just there.
lycanthropy cheeks.
It was
Yeah.
just there, man. It was
Like
crazy.
you can braid that shit.
It's funny because like I looked at the chat and Henry's just like that ass, and I was like, "Yep."
Good shit, Henry.
Classic.
So I played some of that, and I also decided, you know what? Let me get on the PS4, not the
Whoa.
5, the 4, because I never did get the PS4 platinum for Miles Morales. So I was working on that today. Got a good chunk of it done, so I'm pretty close to getting another platinum in that same game. So I already have the PS5 one, I'm gonna get the PS4 one, and I'm looking back to get back in The Last of Us 2 because I never platinumed that either. I've been feeling the itch. To get back in The Last of Us. I want to feel again.
What does it mean to platinum something?
Oh, why are you trying to go through trauma again? Like,
All right,
you
first
bro.
80s question. A platinum is essentially on Xbox how they have achievements.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you
Same
get all
thing.
the achievements in a game, it's usually 1,000 points. PlayStation, they don't use that. They have trophies, and when you complete everything, all the trophies, you get a platinum trophy.
Oh damn.
So that's how you know when you completely finish a game, you get a platinum. So, and it's some people like getting platinum, some people don't. I always looked at it as like, I like this game, I respect this game, I want that platinum, or it's an easy obtainable platinum. Why not
Yeah.
get it?
Booster.
So Last of Us, I got a lot of respect
for.
for. What's that?
There's like platinum points or something to like track your.
Yeah, there's a whole gamer score, and then it counts because there's platinum, gold, silver, and bronze, and then all that equates to your overall gamer score. As of right now, I only have like 20 platinums.
Oh,
so
wow.
once I get this will be my 21st.
Wow. So,
yeah,
what does that mean?
Nothing,
He's only platinum 20 games.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I've only gotten the platinum for 20 games.
You gotta pump those numbers up, man. You're representing Los Wise guys out there.
Yeah, but to get like a platinum, you
get a platinum,
like,
you have to,
all
for
the
certain
missions.
games. Yeah, you have to like I platinum Skyrim, and that is like one of the I platinum Persona 5 Royal. That was 130 hours. Not that many people got that platinum. Like I got that platinum. So it's like I got some good platinum. And then you look at Rudy. I think he had this obsession with having more platinums than me, and he started buying these shitty games. He bought My Name Is Mayo, where there's a game that you literally have to tap a jar of mayo about 5,000 times and you get a platinum. You just sit there and hit X over and over just so he could have more platinums than me.
It's not about the quantity of platinums; it's about the quality of platinum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not for Rudy. Not for Rudy. And it's funny because Eslam did consider getting that game, and if you don't remember it, it's on the podcast. I called you out on it.
I did consider getting that game,
and
I completely forgot,
Yeah.
and I don't give a shit anymore.
You shouldn't. That game's just disgraceful. But yeah,
You know
looking
me,
forward to
bro. I
getting
was
that.
just probably talking shit.
Probably. And so I did that, and I did some Fall Guys here and there. I played some Cuphead.
Okay.
I need to get on Cuphead with you. I wanna. I got it for Switch, and whenever
I know, and it's
on sale or something, I gotta let you know.
I mean, it's only
I gotta
$20.
jump on my Switch again. Like it's just sitting there all
It's just
lonely.
staring at you. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But,
I was playing it on Xbox, and I was doing all right. Like I said, I almost beat the whole first world in one sitting. So I still got it, but I'm not as good as I used to be. I was definitely much better.
I still haven't beat Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I stopped playing that shit a long time ago.
It's such a good fucking game.
It is. It's amazing, and I started playing Mass Effect, and I was
Marvel Midnight Suns,
You said fuck that.
yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
I've been playing The Witcher. I was fortunate enough this week to bang another witch in The Witcher.
Damn, is that 4?
No, that's 3. This will be my third witch.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you banged another one from the one you sent us.
I mentioned a
bang the
possibility of potential
Golem.
romance, but I didn't actually fulfill that romance. But
Okay.
I can't show her titties or anything, but her face—that's her O face. It's pretty intense. I rocked her world.
She kind of looks like she just got Yahtzee. Like she got all the correct eye.
She definitely did. Her name's Kara Metz. She's a witch, and I banged her. And, we had a very good night together. And after that, she actually did a spell on me and knocked me out and left. It was pretty funny, actually. I woke up and was just, like, by myself, and he was just like, damn. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yo, Witcher's crazy. I'm curious.
Did we ever talk about Witcher Season 2?
No.
Oh.
I remember saying you guys should definitely talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Disco, you watched it, right?
I did watch it. I don't think we ever got to it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well. Another
if
time.
we do, we do. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I loved the season. It was really good. Enjoyed it. We can get into the nitty gritty at another time, but
Yeah, for sure.
I will do my best to remember that for you. I didn't watch it, so I didn't put any thought into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, with
there was just so much going on
They're
at the time.
definitely like kind of taking a lot of aspects and just trying to fit it all in, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, we can talk about it another time. That's pretty much what happened this week. Oh, I also went around in like a fighting tournament, and I was just knocking motherfuckers out. It was so funny. And
In the game, right?
yeah, like I was traveling
Okay.
to the different
He
lands.
was just
and I
going
had
through
to
the
find,
streets.
I had to find like
Yeah,
he was just going out.
I was like, I don't know. He's like, oh yeah, and I was just like, I entered in a fighting tournament, and I was just knocking motherfuckers out. I was like, oh shit.
yeah, I had to go to like different fighting tournaments in different towns and knock out like their top dogs and like go like an attorney style up to like to the top ranked fighter. It I did that
love
for like
that
3
video
different
games.
countries, so I'm pretty much like the best fighter in all of Witcherland, whatever that means.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I love that
On
stuff
the
in games.
continent. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's like 3 different
Cool,
continents, so I mean.
Oh, there
Yeah,
is?
in the
Okay.
game.
Cool.
We never made it out that first spot.
I never made it out through that first village.
Yeah, there's like
Did
Velen,
you fight the Griffin? I
Novigrad,
Nope.
forgot.
Skeleton.
You never fought the
I
Griffin.
set up everything
the
for the
tutorial.
Griffin. Yeah. I like went. I searched its nest, got that stinky shit.
Yep.
So I can draw it to
Yeah,
near
you have to
me,
get from
and
the
then
water, yeah.
Vesemir was there, and he's like, "All right, whenever you're ready, let's do this." And then I was like, "All right." I saved and I ended it.
This man
I
said,
was
"I'm
like-
never touching this again."
I never went back.
Vesemir, you're gonna stay waiting.
Yeah.
He's like, what's a Witcher?
So now when I do it, I'm just gonna have to start it all over again. 'cause I
Don't
forgot.
fall into the trap, Eslav. That's what keeps happening to me. Don't fall in the trap.
You're going to
Just
get
go
back
in
to the
there
Griffin and then
and just
stop.
fight the Griffin. You don't know how to play? Figure it out during that fight. Trust me, don't fall in the trap.
We'll see. Well, I stopped because I started playing something else that was more pressing, and I forgot what that was.
It's probably Last of Us.
And then probably Last of Us Part 2. And then from that I
Last
jumped
of Us is
into
a much
Mass
better
Effect.
game.
Huh?
Let's be real. Last of Us is a much better game. It's fine.
Oh yeah. And then I jumped into the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and so I'm gonna finish that next week, and so I can jump into Horizon.
Holy shit! I have a video game story, a news story
Oh,
you
go
just
for it.
provided me. It's new. So when we get
Yeah,
to that,
so let's just jump into news.
jump to the news.
Anything else for the games?
I'm done, Danny.
Okay.
No. We both banged witches this week, so I mean, I think that was it.
That's what we do. Horizon.
Good shit.
What's the new one called? It's not Horizon. Their names are bad. It's not Horizon Zero Dawn. It's
Horizon
not
Forbidden West?
Forbidden West. Thank you, because there's the DLC from the other one. It's like some other shit. I don't know. For Horizon Forbidden West, has been leaked online, and there are spoilers to the story, similar to the Last of Us 2 situation. So this is a warning to everybody who's looking forward to this game. If you care about the story, try to avoid anything that says Horizon Forbidden West until the game drops. And
Fuck
that's not
people
till
that
like
do that
February
shit.
something, I think. So
Man, those people
Yeah.
suck.
it's I hate it because it's like, these people have been busting their ass, working their
man.
asses off for this game just for somebody to go out there, leak it, and just put all this info out there. Not to put down Horizon, but it was definitely a bigger deal with Last of Us because that's more of a story-based game.
Yeah,
Horizon
it is.
focuses more on gameplay, but still, it has a really cool story. From what I can remember, that's the problem with the game. It's a great game, but you can't. The story, there's just so much happening, you don't really remember it that well.
Yeah.
But still, this is somebody's work. For it to get leaked like that, it sucks. But fair warning, there is a Horizon Forbidden West. There are spoilers out there, so everybody beware.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all I got for that.
Damn. Let me jump into my quick news as
Yep.
well. I got 2 pieces of news. The Boys, the Amazon show's coming back June 3rd, season 3 premiere. Super excited about that. Love that show. Can't see where they're going to take it next. In other sad news, Ben Affleck confirms his final appearance as Bruce Wayne / Batman will be in The Flash, commenting on his time with Zack Snyder while filming the additional scenes for the Zack Snyder's Justice League. It was really nice to finish on the experience with that character. Also stating that his time with Justice League with Joss Whedon was just horrendous, and it made him really hate it. And then coming back and finishing it with doing the Snyder Cut. And then he said his favorite scenes and stuff that he's done so far were in The Flash. So I'm glad he got to at least end with the character in a way that he's enjoyed. I really did enjoy him as Batman for whatever little time we got to see him.
Absolutely.
I was always a fan of him being Batman. So
I mean, he's been Batman the longest, or close to it, when you think about it. Compared to all the other actors.
He's been Batman the longest, but he hasn't like shown up a lot. You know what I mean?
He's done like 4 movies, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone was hoping to see more.
Oh, absolutely.
But you know, Walter Hamada and these fucking pieces of shit and Warner Brother executives fucked it all up. And now that hopefully they will all get fired once the Discovery merger happens in later this summer, and Discovery fixes everything they fucked up. We'll see how it goes. Though.
We'll see if that's the case.
Yeah, we'll see.
Fingers
here's
crossed.
hoping.
Yeah. But no, I agree with you. I like Ben Affleck a lot. But
There
hey,
was-
man,
there
new
was-
actors, it's fine.
There was another one. There's another quick story. The Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order sequel will be announced this year. Will be announced before E3 2022, according to Jeff Grubb. Can't wait for that announcement. I'm excited.
That news broke like last week.
Yeah, I forgot to mention it.
Yeah, I might have purposely not mentioned it. It seems interesting. It's just whether or not it's going to come out this year. That's a whole other thing. Whether or not
Well, they
people should
said
bid on the
announce.
game. It's going to be announced. Basically, around E3 time, it's going to be announced, which is still enough time where if let's say it could come out late this year or at some point next year, it's still a possibility either way. It depends on how long they've been working on the game. We don't know.
Yeah, I figured them saying it will be announced. I figured that it might have like another 2 years before it comes out.
Nah. The last time they announced it, it was just like nobody knew this game existed. They're like, hey, we got this game coming out. I was like, all right, so it's going to take 2-3 years? Like, no, it's around less than a year. Within a year, it's coming out, and it did.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And
Yeah,
this
so,
time,
hey.
this time it's like they already have assets in. They already have stuff like,
Yeah.
Granted, I don't make games. I don't know, but
Dude, listen, you know how much I love Jedi Fallen Order and how
Amazing
much
game.
I want a sequel. So it would only benefit me for it to come out early. But hey, if they need the time to make it fantastic, like the first one, hey, take the fucking time. I want a good
Absolutely.
game.
always take more time.
All right, I'm done.
Take your time, not too long though. I'll go next. Some sad news. Star celebrity Bob Saget has passed away this week. I believe I read he was 65. They found him in his Ritz-Carlton hotel. They found him. He apparently passed away in his sleep. Allegedly, he spoke to his wife before bed and everything, and everything seemed normal. And then the wife, he didn't make a flight or something, so he told the wife to check the hotel, and then they found his body. We won't know for sure anything to the actual cause of death for a couple weeks, but it's a big loss. He was in Full House, and he's been a big part of like Hollywood. I feel like for a while. So rest in peace, Bob.
He was also like a stand-up comedian. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
He was big in stand-up comedy. So, R.I.P. I was really surprised. And this is number 2.
No.
Right? We started off with...
It depends on how you're looking at it. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4. John Madden and Sidney Poitier also passed away.
Who's that?
As well as Betty White.
And Betty White.
Actor, old-time actor.
Okay, that's true. You're right.
But it sucks. I was never the biggest Bob Saget fan. I had no reason to dislike him. But the one thing of his that I remember that I really did like was, sadly, the really bad movie, Dumb and Dumberer.
Oh my God.
Where there's shit on the walls, there's shit everywhere, and then he just keeps on saying, I was like, that was not a good movie, but that was so funny. Like that was the best part of the movie by far. Without that movie's just not even watchable, I'd say.
Yeah. I remember, like, I knew him from Full House, and then, I saw one of his stand-ups, and I was just shocked. I was like, oh, it's one of those things where you separate, like, the artist from his characters. It's like, he's definitely not the dude from Full House. He's his own entity, and, I just thought it was pretty
people
cool.
are like, why are you cursing?
Right? Like, so, tragedy seeing another star lose his life. Starting off 2020 with the death, it's not cool. So hopefully the rest of 2022 we're good. I got to get used to saying 2022 now. I'm like,
I was about to say, like, bro, you're 2 years behind.
just 2020. I don't even know where I am. 2019.
We're
The
in
brain
the sequel.
still
It's
hasn't
2022. Got it, part 2.
The brain hasn't even processed 2020 yet for us to be 2022 already.
Still in quarantine.
This shit's fucking wild.
Oh, like the Black Eyed Peas once said, I'm in 3008.
Yeah. Okay. Damn.
Yeah. So that's my news. Rest in peace, Bob.
Absolutely. All right, so I like I said, I got a decent amount of wrestling news here. Let me see. So first up, short one. Ring of Honor. I mentioned before in the podcast that they had to kind of like shut down.
Yes.
They did announce that they have a comeback coming in April 1st. Supercard of Honor is going to be happening. So when they did shut down, they did say it was going to be temporary. Nobody knew how temporary that was. It looks like it was a fairly short time. And April is WrestleMania season. That's usually when the Supercard of Honor takes place, during WrestleMania season. So looking forward to see what they do there. Like I said, they have a great roster. Very curious to see what Ring of Honor is going to do going forward.
I'm surprised WWE is gonna have a fucking WrestleMania with nobody wrestling.
WrestleMania is never going to stop. WrestleMania.
I know.
Oh, don't worry. I'm
fired
gonna
all the wrestlers.
I'm gonna be getting to that in a
Oh, did they
upcoming
fire
story.
some more?
I'm gonna be getting to that in an upcoming
Okay.
story.
Okay.
One thing that WWE has going for it right now is Corey Graves apparently has been cleared to wrestle. So Corey
I
Graves,
saw you tweet about that.
I did. Corey Graves, he's a commentator for WWE, currently on Monday Night Raw, I believe. Yeah, on Monday Night Raw. And so this guy, it's funny because I don't want to say most, but like, most. A good chunk of the WWE audience just watches Monday Night Raw and they think that's all of wrestling in the world. So those people are just like, oh, here's this guy who's been doing commentary for like 7 years, called Corey Graves. Mm-hmm. Not knowing that back on the Indies, he was a pretty good wrestler. In NXT, he was a really good wrestler. He was one half of the tag team champions in NXT. He had this issue with like concussions, really bad concussions. He transitioned to doing commentary and is like one of the best commentators there is. So now that he's been officially cleared to wrestle, is he going to actually go forward doing that? Or is he, to be perfectly honest, as good as he was as a wrestler, I think he's much better on commentary. Nice. I wouldn't mind seeing him do like a one-off here and there because he physically can now. Okay. I'm all for it if he does a spot. Maybe he'll be showing up in the upcoming Royal Rumble this at the end of this month. And that goes to my I'll get there in a little bit. So next,
I would
go for it.
If I was him, I would do like you said, just a one-offs. Because if he was prone to getting concussions,
yeah,
you don't want to be getting CTE.
Concussions is not fun.
If you're good at the commentary, just
yeah. It all depends on how he feels, because Bryan Danielson had the same issue. He was out for a couple years because of concussions, and now he's legit, like I talked about last week, doing 60-minute matches.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
It's crazy, and granted, he still has a hard-hitting style, but he did alter the way he wrestles a bit. There are still moments where I see Bryan Danielson fight. I'm just like, ooh, don't take those risks, but you know what? The he's good. He knows what he's fucking doing. So I was like, that's him. That's his decision. But I want to talk about some WWE releases. WWE did release some wrestlers, and this one hurts.
I bet you that's going to be the WrestleMania show. It's going to be Vince McMahon out there with a mic and just firing people on the big stage.
He's going to be hiring the janitors and shit, just like, bring your mop, bring your mop.
The fucked up thing is Vince McMahon the character was always known for the "you're fired" catchphrase over the years, which was always like, oh look, he's doing the thing, and now it's just like he's really doing it. Like, this sucks. But the thing is, this time, everybody that got released was from NXT. More importantly, they were from Triple H's NXT. All of the Triple H guys, which sucks because that was the best thing that WWE had going. So they got rid of Road Dogg, Jesse James, who was running the show. William Regal, who was the best GM in all of WWE and has been for many years. And ever since he was the GM of NXT, he became the best. Like, oh, I love William Regal. Timothy Thatcher, who was a wrestler who transitioned to doing backstage stuff. He was an amazing wrestler. I mean, he still is. It just doesn't work for him. He didn't die. Danny Burch, same thing. He was a wrestler transitioned to doing backstage work. He got released. There was a lot of others that also got released, but the big one is Samoa Joe, who was already released by WWE. He got released from Monday Night Raw. Then Triple H was just like, no, I'm going to save you because I'm running NXT, and nothing's ever going to happen to you on NXT. And then they took NXT away from Triple H and then released Samoa Joe again. So this man got released twice.
Oh, my God.
One of the greatest wrestlers ever got released by WWE twice. So I don't know. If there's one place I want to see that man go, is I want to see this man go to fucking New Japan and just destroy everyone. Him versus Shingo? That's a dream match. Him versus Tomohiro Ishii? Samoa Joe versus the Stone Pitbull? Come on. That's a dream. But I don't know.
Those two nicknames alone.
All those names really just...
Just Samoa Joe versus anyone.
I really love the Stone Pitbull. I like that nickname.
Dude, they all have. There's the Switchblade, Jay White. The Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, the Dragon. You don't like the Dragon?
No, I like the Dragon.
Shingo Takagi. He's the Dragon.
Yeah. Still, I feel like
how
the
many
Stone
people
Pitbull's
can they fire? Like, what the heck is this guy doing?
Well, the thing is, so when AEW was coming up, 3.5 years ago, they were getting like all these top indie guys, which NXT was doing, which is like a sub thing within WWE. So Vince McMahon like panicked and was just like, I'm gonna hire everybody who's not working for me. So he started hiring all these people to keep them away from AEW, from Ring of Honor, from Impact, from New Japan. And now he's just like, you know what? I don't want them. I'm firing everybody. He had that many wrestlers that he fired everyone.
Damn.
Now,
wow.
The funny thing is, so Royal Rumble's coming up at the end of this year, right? And I'm going to mention some of the names. Officially, in the Men's Royal Rumble now, we're going to have Johnny Knoxville from Jackass.
Wow.
Wow. So, they're running out of wrestlers. That's the
yeah, no shit.
You're just going to have celeb
Stop
guest
fucking
wrestlers.
firing all of them, and you won't have to run out of wrestlers.
So Knoxville is going to be there, and when it got officially announced on SmackDown, he quote unquote qualified by throwing Sami Zayn over the top rope. Sami Zayn, who I've mentioned on this podcast, is an amazing wrestler who I want to see in AEW, who just recently re-signed with WWE, has been resorted to getting thrown out of the ring by Johnny Knoxville. I don't want to see. Also, in the Royal Rumble this year, in the women's
Seems
Royal Rumble,
legit.
we got a couple big names. So I just wrote down the surprises. These are all former women's wrestlers that no longer wrestle, but because they have nobody left, they have to bring them back for the Royal Rumble. We have Summer Rae, Kelly, the Bellas, Nikki, and the other one, Brie. Michelle McCool, great wrestler. A lot of people also know her as the wife of The Undertaker. Lita. You guys remember Lita?
Really?
Yeah.
Really? She's not a grandma by now?
No. Lita's in amazing shape. She was in the Royal Rumble like 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Just because she's in amazing shape doesn't mean she's a grandma.
She's like 30.
That's a solid point. If Johnny Knoxville could be in the Royal Rumble, fucking Lita could be in the Royal Rumble. She could win the men's Royal Rumble for that matter. And the biggest deal out of all this is Mickie James. Now, the reason why Mickie James... You know
I
that
remember this
you know
chick. Yeah, wasn't she around when I used to watch wrestling?
I don't fucking know.
Wasn't she like enemies with like Trish Stratus?
She had a big feud with Trish. Well, at that time, there was like 3 women wrestling. It was Trish, Lita, and Mickey James. They all hated each other. It's not like now. Where it's
but
like
I
they have
remember
all
Mickey
these,
James.
Yeah. But so the reason why Mickey James is a big deal is that she's a current Impact champion for TNA. Well, no longer TNA Impact.
Oh, she's still wrestling. Cool.
All these people. Well, that's not true. Actually, no. Out of everyone I mentioned, she's the only one that's still wrestling. The other ones, they all quit wrestling. They're not even wrestlers, and they're coming back for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Knoxville's probably done more matches than some of them. Anyway, Mickey James is the current Impact Women's Champion. That's a huge deal because WWE doesn't do business with other companies. So for this one, it looks like they're going to. And also, Mickey James is one of the people that got released earlier this year. And she got released in horrible fashion. I talked about it on the podcast. Don't know if you guys remember. She got released, and then they gave her things. They sent it to her in a garbage bag, which was like the most disrespectful thing in the world. And she tweeted about it, and then the guy who sent it to her got fired. And now they're bringing her back. And so rumor has it, when Vince found out, like Vince was just like, they called her and asked her to be back. Didn't know that she was currently working at Impact because Vince doesn't know if there's any other wrestling companies in the world. And when he found out, he's like, it's fine. I don't care. Just whatever. So what I would love to see is her show up with the Impact title. Like if she could bring a title from another company into WWE and present it, I feel like that'd be the coolest thing in the world. If they're going to allow that, I don't know. But it does look like WWE's open to working with other companies now, which is great. Once they broke down, well, they didn't break down, but now that they've opened the forbidden door, that'd be amazing to see WWE stepping through.
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't have any fucking wrestlers left to not be able to do that.
But still, just the fact that they were doing it is surprising because they never acted. They always acted like all these other companies don't exist. For them to willingly, and then they on SmackDown they even said the current Impact Women's Champion, Mickey James. So I'm putting that in the win column for WWE. The fact that they're opening up and working with other companies, granted, everything else they've been doing sucks, but there's that. Oh, also, we're going to finally get a feud between Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. Never happened before. It's finally fucking happening.
That's interesting. I don't know. I saw a picture of Lesnar back in the ring with his Viking haircut.
With the hair, yeah. Yeah, he just became WWE champ. So, Lesnar and Lashley.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Lesnar and Lashley. Oh, you done with your news?
I'm done with my news.
All right. And now for the main event.
You know what time it is?
Evening. Wee woo, wee woo. Yes, that's right, everybody. Dexter New Blood season/series finale. Then hoping series finale.
Oh, it's looking like it.
Yeah, it is looking like it. My God, this was a goddamn amazing episode. My God, this was a goddamn amazing season. One of, if not the greatest show comeback to ever be made. And now, Heroes tried. Came back to like kind of wrap everything up and, give it a shot. I thought they did a decent job, but goddamn did Dexter hit it out the park into the stratosphere, outside our solar system, and into the next fucking universe. It was so good this whole season, and the series finale couldn't have been better. What do you guys think, just before we get into the nitty-gritty details, just initial reactions of what you thought about everything?
I was losing my mind the entire episode. I loved every second of it. I'm not gonna lie. At one point, it did feel slightly rushed. It did.
Okay. That's one thing I have to say too. I loved everything, but there's something about the end that felt a little rushed to me. But other than that, I really like majority of it.
Other than that, it was an amazing, almost perfect episode. Like I loved.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. It was fantastic.
It was just so good to watch, the cinematography and just the the characters, like the tension between the characters, like the balance of just like push and pull they had, and it's just like the between Kurt and Dexter and Harrison, all the strings being pulled, and just like you really getting captured in it. It's just like, what the heck is gonna happen, and you can't wait. I really thoroughly enjoyed this season. It was I didn't know I needed it, but I for sure it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was, and I'm grateful for it.
So,
Oh hell yeah!
one thing I want to mention though, do you guys know that this is like one of the most divisive? That's what it means. Like half yes, half no, right? Like episodes. There are so many people that hate this episode that it blows.
Those
my
people
mind.
are wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Those people are wrong.
So I just want to point out, if you go to like IMDb, 4.5 out of 10 for this episode.
Wow, that's crazy.
And Dexter New Blood as a whole, on Rotten Tomatoes, the entire season is like 76 for the average, 78 for the audience. This is why I never bother with anybody's review scores like this. That's why it's like I can never trust the people. Because it's like
that's wild. For
and
it to be that low.
I saw it online. People are just like, "This sucks. You spent me. You had me come back and watch the show just so you could do what you did to Dexter at the end." I was like, "Really? That's why you don't like the whole series because of that?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Come on, man." And people are saying this is worse than the season 8. They're saying season 8 was so much better than this. Like, come on, man.
People just didn't want to see Dexter.
We can start spoiling.
Spoilers.
Yeah, at
People
this
just
point.
didn't want to see Dexter go.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, the comments I saw online with people is just like, this is why I never fuck with the review scores. If anything, I'll find somebody out there on the internet who has a similar opinion with certain things as me. If they see something, if they have a review, I'll listen to that person. That's it. I can't mess with these overall review scores. It pisses me off every time.
Sometimes I like to hear the other side because sometimes they'll point out things that I didn't see.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, that's interesting, but then I usually have a counterpoint in my head about it. But as long as they're being reasonable, but if they're just like saying, "Oh, I don't like it because this happened," or just like, "Oh, they killed Dexter, so I don't like it." Yeah. That's okay.
I was like, that's all it was.
You can just
like,
go fuck
they're
off.
like, how
then,
come Batista didn't meet Dexter? This whole series sucks. Like what? Like what?
That's something I was thinking about too. They brought
I wanted to see it, but
they
that's
brought
not going to make me
Batista
hate the
in.
show.
They were like, "Oh yeah, he's on his way," and then it kind of fell flat on the storyline.
I can see what you guys were saying about it being rushed, but so let's go into the recap. Dan, you want to do the honors? Because I feel like this episode was meant for you.
No,
you got what you
not.
wanted.
Absolutely not. I went back to the YouTube where you guys can go search Los Wise Guys on YouTube and check out all our Dexter reviews that have been put up there. And I went back and I watched all of our things. And I want to say I'm proud of all three of us. This ending was a combination of everything that the three of us said. That's how the show ended.
I was about to ask, who called what?
All of us. It was crazy. Literally, it's like if you, I don't remember off the top of my head what we said, but it's like I watched the episode, then I was watching our reviews, and then I got to this point. I was like, bro, we're pretty good. We didn't all get it
because
we
I
all got
remember
pieces of it.
You called Dexter dying.
Yeah,
you said, okay, Dexter was gonna die.
Yeah.
Dan and I were like, yeah, but I think he's gonna bring in Harrison into the code and stuff. So I was like, okay, so we got that part. But the way Dexter died, did anybody call that?
Oh yeah,
I did at one point say Dexter is going to get killed by his son.
Oh okay.
Okay,
that's all I said.
That's true.
I think you did say that.
Okay.
But I think every time we did a review, I had a new theory. So does that really count?
Yeah.
I came up with 14
I mean,
different versions.
It is what it is. But yeah, can you please do the recap?
I really don't
My
want
throat
to.
is
You've
killing
done
me.
it for every other.
I know, but my
review.
throat is killing me, bro.
I
We're so
guess I
good,
could
though.
try.
We're so good. I mean, once again, I saw this on Sunday. Come on, it's been a couple days.
I think
could
the
try.
episode starts with Angela arresting Dexter, and Dexter's confused. He's like, "Wait, what was this?" Is that how it started?
Pretty much, yeah. They were still in the house. She was like, "Hey, go get something." I don't know. And then
she's
the kids
going in
leave
for the
house.
kill. Like she goes into the arrest, and then Logan comes out of nowhere on the other side, and then he gets Dexter on his knees, and they.
I feel like we're skipping something.
See, this is why we don't do the recaps, Aslam. I don't care how sick you are. It's supposed to be
You're
you.
just so good at it.
I hate doing the recaps. I've done them for rate and reviews, and I'm doing everything I can to get away from having to do recaps.
I like giving my opinion, but the recap part, I don't know.
I'll be perfectly honest. I don't like the fact that we recap it. Like, I'm okay with it. It's like we don't.
I
have to
just
recap
I just
part of
recap it so we can remember the little details.
Yeah.
That's why. But yeah. So yeah. All right. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure we got the beginning.
So
right?
so it starts out with Angela driving her car. She's listening to the Mary fucking Kill, and she just arrived at the cabin where Dexter was fucking packing up their stuff. Dexter's like, all these people are nice and stuff. They grab all their stuff. Dexter grabs all his stuff and shit, and they're taking it to Angela's house. This is still in the morning. This is where Dexter tells Harrison, he's like, okay, we kind of got to leave the town. People are too nice here. We can't really feed our dark passenger here. We need to go to a place like LA where it's a bigger city. We can do our research, get our, find people that we're going to kill.
Harrison.
And while Angela's...
Isn't Harrison like, what about my friends or some shit? Or...
Yeah, Harrison's like, yeah, I just got here. I finally made friends. I'm starting to feel normal. And he was like, yeah, but we can't, stay here. There's nobody to kill. Pretty much was what he was saying.
One thing I want to say, though, from this moment on to the very end of the episode, I hated Dexter so much.
Oh,
I hated him. I was like, they did such a good job. I was 100% rooting. I was legit cheering for Angela this entire episode.
This is the first time they made Dexter a villain.
It was so good.
In the entire 8 seasons, I feel
so
like this
good.
is the first time where Dexter became the bad guy.
Yeah. And I feel like
so
that's why he had to go at the end. At the end, it was just like he meets the code. He has to go. Like in Harrison's eyes, like he.
Well, it's funny.
That's what I was saying from the beginning.
We got to bring up the code. We got to bring up the code later because there's
absolutely.
a flaw in the code.
Absolutely.
There's a big flaw in the code, and Harrison brings it up at the end. But yeah. Nighttime comes. Oh, so Angela's looking through the wreckage of the house, and what does she find? The titanium screw. Right? So this is when she's like, okay, so now I believe that letter that came here. She's like very sad. She walks into the house. She sends the kids away, and that's when she arrests Dexter. Logan comes in, and then they take him down to the station. They process him. Harrison comes. They're like, don't worry, whatever. Angela sits down to talk to Dexter, and then she's like, she's showing him the animal cams, and she's like, I think this is you. We identified the other one to be Matt. This is you. She shows him the metal screws and the letter that came, and that's when Dexter's like, I'm being framed by Kurt. He could have put the screw in my house when it burned down or whatever. And this is when Dexter talks to Harrison. He's like, don't worry, I've been in tougher spots before. We'll get through this.
He really twists the story back on Kurt. He's like, Kurt, I'm innocent.
Yeah.
It was Kurt. And then
And he almost gets away with it too, because later on they're like, oh, we found the gas truck at Kurt's house. And it's kind of like the same accelerant, and they said there was accelerant on the roof. So yeah, he could have gotten away with it too.
And he ran away.
Patient.
Like he packed all his shit, took all his money and IDs, and he left. Like he's not. He's gone. Quote unquote.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much,
it all backed Dexter's story.
Yeah, Dexter's
that
theory
he gave.
makes perfect sense.
And that's one thing Logan said. He's like, his theory is actually perfectly plausible, though. Like it could be.
Yeah.
And then that's where Angela's getting like pissed off. She's like, well, I need to get concrete evidence.
Yeah, so this is when she calls Batista. He's sleeping, watching something. So she calls him. She's like, Bay Harbor Butcher, La Guerta. They're talking
Wait,
about all
wait,
this,
wait.
and
Before
Batista.
that, because I took notes. Dexter's tried manipulating Logan. I thought that for me that was kind of an interesting scene because it it made me hate Dexter. It made me like not like Dexter. He was like a slime ball. He was just like capitalizing
How did he try to manipulate?
when he
Logan
said
again?
some like boys need their fathers, and then
Oh, right. When he talked to him about him not having a father,
yeah, he
also.
was just trying to manipulate Logan.
yeah.
I was just like, oh, Dexter, you're stooping like low. He's trying to put.
He's desperate.
He's trying to pull all the strings he can. And he's just like, I just like in that little scene, even though it was a kind of a quick one, it just made me like see like how
He's pushing the
desperate
right buttons,
Dexter really is, and it's just like
Yeah, he's desperate. He finally got his son. His son knows about his dark passenger. His son has dark He finally has like a connection that he's never had before. And he's made certain connections before, like with his brother, with Lumen, maybe
Deb.
Deb, but not at the same level as he has with Harrison when he finally tells him about the Dark Passenger and stuff.
Yeah.
So this is why he's so desperate for this connection. So yeah, she calls Batista. She tells him her theory, and she sends him a picture of her and Dexter in the holidays. He's like, "How long has?"
he's like, when was
How
this
long
taken?
ago was this? She's like, a month ago, and he's like, "All right, I'm bringing everything I have, and I'm coming." That's when she gets the
I'm
call from
packing
the
all
other
the
officer at Kurt's place.
He packed up a LaGuerta file.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Um,
As I was watching it, and he was there, I was like, "Please tell me he has a file." I literally said, "Please tell me he has the LaGuerta file, whether it's the one on her death or the one that she was making at the end of season 6, where because she was like hunting
okay.
Dexter down, and she had this whole file. It's like trying to prove Dokes' innocence." I was just like, "Please tell me that Batista has this." And oh my god, it was. Once I saw that file, I lost my mind.
So yeah, so she after that conversation, she brings Dexter into the room again, puts on the camera, and then this is where she lays out all her evidence, and she connects him to the Bay Harbor Butcher. And then this is when Dexter uses his opportunity of his knowledge of Kurt and her case of what she wants to do. And I was wondering if that was ever going to happen, if Angela was going to get her closure on all those cases and her gut reaction of it being Kurt. So Dexter tells her, he's like, go to this place. He's like, all right, turn off the camera. We'll talk. Go to this place, whatever. And then so she leaves and goes. And then Dexter calls in Logan while he's in the jail cell, and he speaks to him. And this is when Logan breaks protocol and is not seeing Dexter as a threat anymore, where he just kind of walks up to the jail cell. Before, he was like very like, you got to step back to the other side, do all this, and
Protocol.
and Dexter yeah, and Dexter takes this opportunity to escape.
Before that, right before that, where Dexter's in the jail cell and he's talking to Deb. And
Yes.
they're going back and forth, and Dexter's like straight up shouting and everything. Like he's not trying to hide the fact that he's talking to Deb. And what kills me is just like you could see it turn right there. It's like you could pinpoint the moment where he's just like, or he's trying to get out of there. And then once he was like, "Hey Logan, can I get some water?" Right there, I was like, "You piece of shit!"
yeah.
Right there, I was like, "Oh my god!" And then Logan comes in.
I really like
go
that
ahead.
jail scene too, where you see Deb just like in my eyes, Deb's like his conscious, and you just see him like eating at him, just like, this is exactly what I said, blah blah, just like.
Yeah.
And I thought that was such a cool scene. I really
it was
like
great.
Deb as his conscience. I think that's like
Deb is so good.
the perfect. I really like her in that role where she's not like slinging curses and like that. Even though I thought she was alright, even though as that.
I always enjoyed Deb, but Deb being in the mind of Dexter, like being his conscience, like you said,
so
like that
cool.
it's perfect. So when he calls Logan over, and then he asks her for the water, he sees the opportunity, like you said, Aslam. Then he grabs him and he holds him, and then this is the last iota where he's just like, "Logan, don't do it. You know, just give me the keys. I'm giving you a chance. Don't do it. Logan makes, the noise of the keys. Then he goes for the gun, and that's when Dexter's like, fuck it. Boom. Once again, like he's done a couple times in the past, he breaks the code again.
Yep.
I thought he was going
Well,
to...
technically, he doesn't break the code.
Well, true, because the first rule of the code is
there's
don't
a
get
loophole.
caught.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the most important rule. Don't get caught.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought he was just gonna knock out Logan, but he just straight fucking snapped his neck.
Broke
I was
his
like,
neck. Yeah.
Dexter, you monster! You really get to see like the animal inside Dexter. Like when his back is to the wall, he'll just do whatever the fuck he has to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
He literally snapped his neck, took his keys, and he was out.
Yes, and he calls his son from Logan's phone.
Yeah.
And then we see, and then the next scene is Angela arrives at Kurt's cabin. She finds his trophy room, and she's like naming all the girls from her missing.
There was a scene before that where Harrison and the daughter hook up.
Yeah.
Well, that was way before that, but
I
yeah,
thought it was
when he
important
calls
because that's like a big reason why he like wanted to stay, and at the end, I feel like it's like part of the reason why he like kind of just turned on Dexter. His attachment to the girl, like made him.
I don't think exactly his attachment was to the girl is why he turned on.
It was
Dexter.
just to that
it's
life.
The code.
Well, yeah. Well.
But I feel like it's a reason why he didn't want to run away with Dexter and the life that Dexter was giving him. He wanted to stay and build the friendship and that life with the girl. And instead of actually, I think Dexter killing Logan is the throwing point for him, where he's just like,
later
Logan
on
was a good guy. Like he didn't deserve that type of shit. And then that was for me the point where he's just like, I knew he was going to do what he had to do.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, Danny, you're right. At this point, Audrey kind of that's the daughter's name. That kind of represents Harrison wanting to stay. But you're right. Later on, when Dexter does what he does with Logan and Harrison finds out, that turns into a whole nother thing. It doesn't matter with the staying anymore. Now it's all about justice.
Yeah.
But
But so she finds the bodies. She calls the other guy, and she's like, call the FBI, call everybody, the state troopers, like everyone. I got bodies here. I need help. And then she's like, hey, have you heard from Logan? And that's when she's like, fuck. And then she like she goes back to the station.
She finds Logan's body.
Yeah. So this is when Dexter comes back and meets
Harrison.
He's running through the woods. He meets Harrison in the woods. He's like, whose blood is that? Your blood? Whatever, something like that.
He's like, are you hurt? He's like, no, it's not my blood. And then he's like, okay, cool. Wait, whose blood is it?
Yeah, he's like, it's not important right now. And then they have this conversation that's really important where Harrison starts to question him, and he finds out, and he puts together that Dexter killed Logan. And then he's like, oh, don't get caught. He's like, you shouldn't have killed him. He was a good man. He doesn't fit the code, blah, blah, blah. And they have this argument. But one thing I forgot to mention was earlier in the episode when Dexter was telling Harrison that we have to go somewhere else, like LA or whatever, to feed our dark passengers. He's like, yeah, so we can also save a lot of innocent people. So Harrison still has like that hero mentality. And his mind is like, okay, I see you're killing these horrible people that killed other people and got away with it. So by killing them, we're saving future victims. So we're saving innocent people. Yeah. So that's the part of Harrison's, like, that's what he applied to Dexter's code. Where Dexter's code is like, all right, I just need to fill. This is where it gets put in perspective.
To kill.
Yeah, this is where it gets put into perspective of Dexter being the bad guy. Where the past 8 seasons, we were seeing him not as a hero, but like as someone who's taken this trash
vigilante
off the streets. Yeah, and we were backing Dexter, and then. And this is not the first time Dexter's killed an innocent to, like, save himself from being. Yeah, and at those times you're like, you kind of never really put like thought to it,
Yeah.
and this is when it's like really like Harrison with the way he thinks about the code of it. Oh, we're saving people,
Well, one of the
not just like.
No,
Go
I
for
just
it.
I just want to say one of the things with all the times that have happened before, like the big ones, because there are like smaller ones that Dexter's like, oh shit, I killed the wrong person, but like the bigger ones where it's like you look at Dokes. Dokes died because of Dexter, but Dexter didn't kill him. You know what I'm saying? That was Lila. Then you look at LaGuerta. Yeah. LaGuerta died because of Dexter, but it wasn't Dexter, it was Deb. Deb, eventually she died, but she got like hurt or whatever. She was going to become like basically brain dead because of the brain surgeon, no pun intended. And that was, Dexter set that whole thing up. So it's one of those things where it's like all the big ones in the past, we always could have looked at it, was like, this is Dexter's fault, but they always played it off, like you said, where it's just like, well, it was out of Dexter's control. But if Dexter wasn't the way he was, they never would have been put in that situation in the first place.
And it's great because Deborah has, in this season, the consciousness has been bringing that up over and over and over again, like beating us over the head with it. And now in hindsight, you can kind of see why, because it builds up to this point where Harrison is like, Dark Passenger is not even a Dark Passenger. It's the one fucking driving. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. And, so
I like
Harrison...
I like there's a point where he's like, Dexter's like, we need, like, the world needs us to, like, balance.
Yes.
And then it's just like, it made Dexter think about all the people that died because of what he was doing. And then it had, like, a quick flash where it had, like, you know, Logan, Rita, Deb, LaGuerta, and all those people. And then, like,
Harry,
Harry, and, like, I feel like that was a really big scene, too, especially for Dexter.
Absolutely.
And that's when he was just like, you're right. Yeah, he was just like, you're right. Like, I should die. Like, he's like, I'm definitely not going to jail, so you can kill me. Like,
before that, though, you go ahead, Aslan. We've been talking.
No, I'm sorry. So right now, Harrison has the gun on him. Dexter has that flashback of like all the people that died because of him, and I feel like when that happened, I was like, damn. This is not exactly what Dan wanted, but this is something very similar. And I was like, good shit. Good shit. They've been listening to Dan. But yeah, that's what I want to say. Go ahead. Sorry.
What I want to say was before that, when he puts together that he killed Logan and everything, he's like, listen, we can't talk about we can't talk about that right now. We have to go. Let's do this. And then he's like, no. That's when he's pointing the gun at him. And then that's when Dexter, after this whole show, this whole season, is just like, I want to do anything for Harrison. I want to take Harrison. I want him to be my son. I want to teach him the code. Then Harrison's just like, no, you're not going. He's like, well, fine. I'll go without you. And right there, that just like, there you go. There's the seed. There's the proof. Like, Dexter, did you really care? Did you ever really care about Harrison? Or did you just want to fill your, Dark Passenger?
Exactly.
I know I've said this a bunch of times throughout the episode. I don't think Harrison has a Dark Passenger still.
I don't think so either. He said something, or continue. I don't know if I'm cutting you.
Well, no. All I was gonna say was, I don't think he has it. Not like Dexter has a need to kill.
Yes.
Harrison doesn't. Like he's done some stuff. He doesn't have that need that Dexter has. There's something wrong with him. The kid needs to seek therapy. He broke a fucking kid's arm wrestling. He's filled with anger and hate and angst. Yeah. He needs to seek out help.
Yeah, well, he says, like, the anger's from you because you abandoned me.
Exactly. That's what I was going to bring up. Like, he was like, that my anger's from, like, your abandonment. So it's like, it's not the same as yours and your passenger.
Yeah, so I think, so here's the thing, right? So Dexter's like, hey, take off the safety.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I thought that was funny, like, too. He's just like...
he points to his heart where Harrison needs
just
to
do it
shoot.
Right here, yep. We all know Harrison's a good shot.
Yeah, and in Dexter's inner monologue, he's like, "This is the first time I've ever felt love," right? And it's super weird that because your own son's about to kill you, this is what love means to you. Like it's just the act of killing.
Yeah, which is crazy.
In a way, it's like a mercy kill, though. Like, he's putting him out of his misery of having to deal with, like,
but Dexter could never, he never understood emotions. Like, in one of the old episodes, he even says this, like, I've never loved anyone, but if there was somebody I could say I loved, it would be Deb. Like, that was the only person he ever came close to sort of
Hey,
loving.
he killed his own brother for Deb.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like he did everything for Deb, and then that's why he was going to kill himself for Deb. But that's when you realize it's not so much that Dexter, like when he gets put in these positions, when he gets put in these situations where he has nowhere to go, he's a coward. Like he doesn't want to own. He doesn't want to be accountable. When he kills, I mean, I know you guys say you don't remember season 8 too much, but like when he kills the brain surgeon in prison, where Quinn and Batista see him do it, they're just like, hey, it was self-defense, whatever, which technically it's not true, but they were going to back Dexter because brain surgeon did what he did to Deb. And what does Dexter do instead of trying to do whatever? He says, fuck it, I'm just going to kill myself. I don't want to deal with anything. I don't want to there's a lot of shit that's about to come up. There's a lot of shit there's going to be a lot of questions. I don't want to deal with this. I'd rather just die. This season finale, same thing. Okay, there's a lot of shit happening. I'm going to kill everybody. I'm just going to run away. Harrison, you want to come with me? No, fuck it. Okay, I'm going to run away. I'm a fucking coward.
He's not trying to deal with those consequences.
Well, he doesn't want to be held accountable for anything.
But also, actually, it's also because they're going to ship him back to Florida, which is the death sentence, so he doesn't want to die.
Oh, dude, I was cheering for that. I was like, fucking send his ass back, please. Like,
well, is he a coward or is it just survival instinct? Right? Because, again, so here we come back to the code, right? Is rule number 1.
Don't get caught.
Don't get caught. Survive. Pretty much is like, because if you get caught, you're done. So don't get caught. You got to survive.
I think of him as a coward, man. I in my opinion, he
no,
is.
Hey, that's completely fine. I'm just playing devil's advocate. But yeah, it's an interesting theory. So he's like, this is the first time I've ever felt love, and then Harrison shoots him, and I think when Harrison shoots him, and I think you called this, Dan, again, it's like the Lumen effect, right? Once she killed all the people,
what caused her demons?
Yeah. So Dexter was the one that caused.
Yeah, I remember saying that. Yeah.
Harrison's demons plus Trinity, right? So Dexter tells him, "Oh, I killed Trinity. I took care of that motherfucker."
Yeah.
And then the acknowledge. Yeah, and then the acknowledgement from Dexter of Harrison's little bit fucked upness, then teaching him the code, and then just like Harrison taking the code for what it was supposed to be, where Dexter took it for an excuse just to kill. So all that culminating into like that shot that Harrison, took, and then I felt like once that happened, it was all done.
Yeah.
Like it was just like
was a release.
all of it was over. Yeah. So after that, Angela comes, and then she's like,
No. Before that, after Dexter got shot, he was on the ground, and the Deb was there holding in his hand. I thought that was a really cool picture.
Yeah.
I really liked that.
Yeah.
Deb was just like.
Not only that, Deb doing that, and then I was reading up on this. So what was originally supposed to happen was, so that scene was supposed to take place. Deb's supposed to hold the hand, and then Dexter was supposed to pull away and finally die. And then Jennifer Carpenter, Deb's actress, was like, wouldn't it make more sense to have me pull away? Where his consciousness, me who's been telling all this stuff, is like, fine, you did good. I'm going to release you. I'm going to finally leave you of this burden. You're good. And that's why she let go of his hand. That was like her call, and they're like, that sounds so much better. We're doing that.
Yeah, good call.
But I thought that was an interesting scene. But I don't know if you were going to get to it or not, but like what Harrison does when Angela shows up. Like, so not only does he gets on his hands and knees. Exactly. He gets on his hands and knees, but whatever, then he turns around, and the first thing he does, he killed someone, and he's accountable for it. He's putting his hands up. I did wrong, take me in. He puts his hands up to her, and that's when she's like, no, here, take this money, whatever. But that right
he was
there.
like, he killed Coach Logan.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I know. And then like she knows what he's done. So yeah, so she gives him the money. I think what's important in this interaction with Angela is when she hugged him. Like, I think that was important for Harrison, like to get like confirmation of what he did was right.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah. I think that's definitely important for him because right now he's still kind of like young, and I feel like this will fuck him up, and he may continue killing. But it's like at least if he knows this had purpose and it wasn't just killing for the sake of killing, he might be able to have a good life and not be psycho.
Yeah, and then he asks her to like say goodbye to Audrey, and she's like, I can't because I didn't see you,
Yep.
right? And then that's when she takes the gun. She's like rubbing her glove on it for the gunpowder residue that comes off the gun when you shoot.
Yeah.
So she can say she's the one that shot Dexter. And then Harrison takes the car and drives, and then that's just when the show ends. Now, before the show ends, I thought, like, so in my mind, if they wanted to continue, and I thought this was going to happen, was for Dexter to show up as Harrison's dark passenger.
Well, yeah, as his conscience, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that might happen, but it didn't. And
Thank God.
I'm both happy and sad at the same time. It would have been cool to see if they wanted it to continue it, but at the same time, it's like this was just perfect. I like the way it ended. To me, it was just beautifully done. All of it.
That letter to Hannah definitely hit.
Oh.
That Harrison found in the truck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When he was reading that, like, and it kind of just read that letter to the ending sequence.
Wait, wasn't that? But that was the letter that Harrison showed him in the beginning.
Yeah, but we never knew what was said in it.
Exactly. Yeah, we never knew what was in it, and he just like looked at it again. And I mean, the guy did say, he's like, I don't want to fuck up his life.
Yeah, he's just like, listen, if he doesn't have any dark tendencies, just tell him it's better off that I'm dead. For him to live, I have to die.
It was
perfect.
The last sentence
which
was,
is exactly what
let
happened.
me die so my son can live.
Exactly.
And that's ended up exactly what happened. What just not how he expected.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my God! Honestly, just beautiful writing throughout the whole season. All the actors were amazing. Harrison was awesome. Like everybody was great.
I love the casting, especially Kurt. And Kurt has that. Always has that.
Oh my God!
Serial killer.
Also,
like...
Tom, did I say Tom Clancy was gonna be in?
Clancy Brown?
No, Tom. Yeah, sorry, Clancy Brown. Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy
that's
is
not...
be the new Dexter.
Clancy Brown is gonna be in John Wick 4.
Yeah, you said it.
I did say that. I said okay.
Tom Clancy.
That's why I said.
When is Tom Clancy gonna be there?
Yeah, that's the real question.
Oh man.
I
But
agree with you.
I love this.
Alternate. Since we got to the end, there's an alternate ending that I would have been all right with seeing too. I would like to have seen Dexter, like, with his back to the wall, end up killing everyone, Angela, and even maybe Harrison, going crazy, and because Harrison's not gonna come with him, whatever, and he ends up killing him to no strings loose, whatever, and then while Dexter's trying to like dispose of everything or clean his tracks, whatever, I wanted Batista to come in and catch his ass, like some full circle type shit. I wanted Batista to catch him.
I mean,
I don't know if I would have liked that.
Like, I liked having Harrison do it, but to be perfectly honest, I wanted Angela. Angela deserved to be the one to catch
once
him.
Batista catches him, then he has to go to Florida, where then he gets the death penalty, and then he gets that ending that you said, where he sees all the victims he killed. I would like to have seen that, where it's like he's getting the needle, and you see all the people, and then then it's like over.
Yeah, I would have liked that, but I feel like if, in my opinion, and I don't know if you guys agree or not, Angela is the best cop in all of the Dexter series from season 1 up into this. Yeah, she's the best police officer. If anybody deserved to bring in Dexter, it was her. Like, I would like to have seen Batista do it. Let's be real. Come on, Batista was kind of an idiot. Like, as much as I love Batista, this man worked with a serial killer for 8 years and like had no idea. Granted, none of them did, but like Dokes figured it out. LaGuerta figured it out. Batista's like, nah, man, I got a new hat. Everything's good.
But I would have liked to have seen Batista show up and just be like, Dexter, like, what the fuck,
I wanted to see
man?
an interaction.
Like, I would have loved to have seen something like that. And I guess that's, what I wanted to see in that, where and Batista arresting him.
An interaction would have been nice.
Because they kind of totally was just like, oh, Batista's on my way, and then that just was left hanging. It just, nothing happened with it.
Well, that was right. So when he found out that Batista was coming, was right before he killed Logan. So it's like it almost seems as like, oh shit, big bad Batista's showing up. Let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I feel like when she told him Batista was coming, he kind of like,
he's like, oh fuck,
rushed his timeline.
Logan, I need some water.
I need to wash this Batista down.
But any alternate endings that you guys would have liked to have seen or anything? Or that's just something that I was thinking, you know. If I could have seen anything different,
I think the ending was poetic of Harrison killing his father.
I like the way they did it a lot.
Based on the code that he told him. It's like, you fucked up your own code. Like, you gotta go. And, the only thing, like I said, was just, like, having Harrison's conscience be, you know, Dexter at the end. Like, show up in the car next to him, sitting next
Honestly,
to him.
if I would have seen that, I would have thrown
driving?
my remote control through the TV. Like,
Yeah.
I would have been so pissed if that happened.
But that would have led into, like, a Harrison show.
Exactly. That's why.
Yeah, so
does that make sense though? I don't think it makes sense because
If anybody's
I feel like
going to be in
doesn't-
Harrison's mind, it should be Hannah, not Dexter.
Oh. Interesting.
Hannah raised him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dexter was there for the end for a little bit and some memories from when he was a baby. So, like, if anybody's going to be in Harrison's head, it deserves to be Hannah. But nah, man. I if anything, the only, and I don't know if it would be better just because it would satisfy my needs. Give me the ending I wanted. Do everything you did. Have Harrison shoot Dexter. Dexter wakes up, and next thing you know, he's getting sent to prison for the death penalty. That way, Harrison
revive his
thinks,
ass to kill his ass.
Well, no, that's the thing. Harrison thinks he kills him. He doesn't know. But in his mind, okay, I did what I had to do. I killed my father. I did this, and then Dexter is just like, oh shit, and then he goes on death row like he should have. But I don't know if that would be better or if that's just justifying what I wanted.
He'll find out because that shit's gonna be all over the.
Well,
no
yeah,
way
he'll
he's
find
not
out.
gonna
Obviously,
find
I mean the most prolific killer in history is getting the death
Harbor
penalty. So,
Butcher.
yeah.
But again, this is another thing you called, like, that this cop from nowhere town is the one that catches Dexter.
I love that. Like,
Yeah.
this big Miami Metro couldn't do it with all these, like, hotshot cops, and then Lundy, who was like the top FBI guy, like chasing Trinity for all these years. He didn't even know Dexter was bad. And then who does it?
Yeah.
Fucking Angela, whatever her last name is, from some place in upstate New York.
I completely forgot about Lundy.
Lundy was.
I
badass.
mean, technically,
was
LaGuerta
Dexter's
found out. I mean, but they killed
the first
her.
person to find out was Dokes.
True,
Yeah.
and Dokes.
Yeah, Dokes found out. LaGuerta
Dokes was
found
just
out.
like, you a creepy motherfucker.
He from the beginning was just like, come on, you motherfucker.
Dokes was just like, you off.
No.
Like, so it's just like, nah, he's so nice. Like, nah,
Dude,
this motherfucker's off.
Please tell me that you guys go back and watch the show from the beginning because the interactions between Dexter and Dokes are amazing. There's this one part, I don't know if you guys remember, where Dexter's just trying to get Dokes to attack him in the office. And straight up, it's like Dokes says some shit to him. Dexter's just like, all right, I have the opportunity. He just straight walks up to him, headbutts the shit out of Dokes. Nobody sees it and starts walking away. Next thing you know, Dokes is like, get that motherfucker. He's like taking Dexter down. Everyone's like, bro, relax. And Dexter's like, I don't know. He was on top of me. I don't know why he's hurting me.
I do remember that, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Dexter was wild.
But, oh, man. But, no, man, I as much as I would have liked to have seen exactly the ending I said, I feel like they did a great job. I loved what they did. I hope to God they never fucking bring this series back for anything. This series has to die with Dexter.
As Michael C. Hall, being a producer, like you said last time, wanting to end it in the right way, I think they did it. And I think they can put this to rest. If anything, they would reboot the whole series
but
with new actors.
You want to know some
and
facts?
actors.
This was the most watched show in Showtime history.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I know.
God.
I saw
This also, the showrunner was interviewed, and they said, "Is there any potential?" Well, first they said, "Well, we didn't see Dexter die. He was bleeding, but we didn't actually see him die." And then he's like, "I got 3 words for you: Dexter is dead. He's done. I'm not going to do that to the fans. He's gone." And then they said, "Well, what about a spinoff starring Harrison?" He's like, "I don't want to do it." No, he didn't say. He's just like, "That's not up to me. It's up to the Showtime. If they want to call me back and do it, I'd love to do it. But that's not the story I'm telling. I'm telling Dexter's end right here." So it's like he didn't deny it.
Yeah.
And
Which is good.
I hate that. I hate that. This show, Harrison,
They might.
granted, I'm not a writer. I don't know, but I can't see a good story with that. I don't see a good story.
I could see them trying
man.
for the cash grab though, just cause, like you
Exactly.
said, record
And they
numbers.
shouldn't.
They'll do it. If they do it just for the cash grab, it'll suck and it'll show and it'll be over. But who knows? We'll see what the future brings.
Fucking better not.
I feel like the Dexter season overall really needed this extra season to give us the
Yes.
closure and really bring it to a proper ending, as
Now-
opposed to Dexter just running off and
Let's
stupid.
take this showrunner, bring him over to HBO Max, and do this for Game of Thrones. Let's give the Game of Thrones season 8 the Dexter New Blood treatment, because goddamn that shit was horrible.
Scratch that last season.
Yeah,
No, fuck that. Fuck
Just
that.
redo it.
Aren't they supposed to do a?
no, shut
aren't
up.
they supposed to do a show?
You don't get a say in
Aren't they
this.
supposed to do a
You don't get
show
a say in
based
this.
off of the Gotham PD on HBO Max? Or did I imagine that?
Yeah.
Let him run that instead.
From the
And
Batman.
it involves cops and everything like that. Game of Thrones had its moment in the sun. Game of Thrones is bigger than Dexter ever was. Let it die. Let it die so that Gotham PD can live.
Oh, Gotham PD's gonna live either way.
Yeah,
It's
but
gonna be fine.
I want it to be good. That's all. I want it to be good.
Yeah, hopefully it will be.
Do you
You
guys
know what I
remember when they were
wanted
talking
to
about
in
a
Game of
spin-off?
Thrones? In Game of Thrones, I wanted to see the Night King fight. Like, yeah, he was there for like 30 seconds, and then Arya stabbed him, and then it was like over. I was like, all this time he was a big bad, and that was it. Like, I was like, come on, man. I felt so let down with that last season of Game of Thrones, man. It was terrible.
Batmaned him.
I was gonna say, do you guys remember when there was rumors of a Miami Metro spinoff?
No, I do not remember.
That was like when Dexter ended, 10 years ago or whatever, and they were just like, "How can we continue? It's gonna be Dexter as a lumberjack. It's gonna be his son growing up." And that was one of the theories that was tossed around. Like, what if it's like the Miami Metro, like with Batista and Quinn and all them? They're solving like these cases in Miami, but it's based off of them.
Yeah, that sounds boring.
I want to
Yeah,
watch
so
a
does the Harrison
show.
show.
I want
The
to
Harrison
watch
show
a
sounds
show
horrible.
from Doug's point of view of just Doug's trying to get Dexter.
Oh, that would be an
And then
interesting season.
Redo Dexter, but from Doak's point of view, and call
Yeah,
it Doak's.
until he's just
Or
like,
motherfucker.
until
Yeah.
he dies. It's just like, damn,
We call the show Surprise.
Yeah.
mother effer, pizza pies, motherfucker.
Some fries, motherfucker.
God.
Hard
Oh,
eyes,
no.
motherfucker.
Do you guys remember when they brought him back? I forgot what season it was in one of the Dexters, where like they were doing flashbacks, so they brought the actor back.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
No,
literally,
no.
when he shows up, it's just like they do a flashback, whatever. And literally, first he's like, "Surprise, motherfucker!" That's the first thing he said.
Oh man, that's the only Dexter show I would ever watch. Like if they were gonna bring anything
Yeah.
back, yeah, I want more Dokes.
Season 1 through Doses' eyes.
Oh my god!
His dialogues are gonna be, his monologues in his head will be fucking hilarious.
Dexter's gonna do some weird shit.
me again.
Donuts again,
Why you
motherfucker.
always bringing donuts? Why you always bringing donuts? Are they poisoned?
Why is he like
And
looking
you
at the
see
blood the way
Dukes
he
just
looks
going
at it?
up and see Dukes go up to the donut box, take it, put it in one of those plastic bags for evidence.
Yeah, I
Giving
would
it to
die.
Masuka.
Yeah.
He's half
It's like, test this for poison, motherfucker. Oh
shit.
man,
God.
Oh, watch out! That's
what a
$1
beautiful
million
season!
idea.
What a beautiful season. Actually, another good show comeback was what's it called? Watchmen. That was a great season too.
Yeah.
I haven't watched.
Did you see it?
I watched like the first 2 episodes, got bored, never finished it.
Okay, yeah, no, it was phenomenal writing as well. Very good.
There's
season.
you said there's a new season?
No,
They
no.
just did the
So
one.
this was a while back, but they did a continuation. They did like a season that continues after the events of the movie, but
Is it
where
the movie or the comic?
where the comic book
Okay.
pretty much, but it's yeah. It takes so in the movie Dr. Manhattan destroys everything, or Ozymandias uses Dr. Manhattan's power to destroy everything, where in the comic book he uses his power to like open a hole from another dimension to bring in this giant octopus that destroys everything, or Not an octopus. It's
Was it a starfish?
squid.
It was a squid?
No,
I'm thinking of
squid,
Starro. Yeah, it was a squid.
Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan's
Giant
on my
squid that
basketball team.
I'm never going to get over that team. That was... Oh, God, I hated your team.
Yeah, you just wasn't
that
ready
was
for
funny.
that ultimate defense.
But yes, final thoughts. Let's get into that.
I love the whole Dexter series, season 1 through 8, and this new Blood. I said it before in the podcast. Even the worst of Dexter is better than most shows.
You're right. I agree.
And as much as I don't want to see a spinoff with Harrison or anyone, I want the series to die. I want that world to end. If they do something, I gotta watch it. Just because of how much I like Dexter, I need to see what's going to happen. Of course, that's the last thing I want. I don't want that. And
he's going to watch just to be like, stupid, this is stupid, unnecessary.
Well, no, if it's good, I'm going to give it credit. I'll give it credit when it's due. I still say Avengers Endgame is a good movie. I can't deny it. But you're talking about things coming back and being great. I just want to bring up Creed from Rocky.
Yes, that is also
It's
good.
amazing.
Yes, I agree. Disco?
As for Dexter, I just thought it was an excellent season. What was it, like 10 years later? Totally necessary. They took their time and it shows because every episode was so good, and the execution, the cinematography, the casting, the tension and the connections between the characters was all thrilling and very much captivating. And Clancy Brown, aka Tom Clancy, he's just an awesome villain. And then like in this season, because in Dexter you got to see you get to see Dexter backed up to a wall, and you just see him fucking kind of where the codes led Dexter, and where he ends in the last final seconds. He loses his life to the code and his urges. So overall, excellent show. Like Danny said, if they bring anything back, I'm most likely 100% going to watch it. But I'm good if they just leave it right here.
Yeah, I agree with what you guys said about the show. Loved every second of it. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do a Harrison spinoff. I don't think so. If they do anything with the show, shut the fuck up, Disco. I'm speaking. Damn, I lost my train of thought.
If they do anything with the show, Harrison spinoff.
Oh, if they do anything with the show,
Jesus Christ.
they can do a reboot where they stay more true to the books. Because I know you had mentioned some differences with the books and stuff.
As soon as it ended, I've been getting back and reading it. That's a little light.
Nice.
At night. But yeah, this is book 4.
So maybe they can stay a little bit true to the books, where you said it was like Huerta who died instead of Dokes in the beginning, or something like that. Or
yeah, well,
I forget.
Dokes doesn't get away unscathed. Let's just say that.
Yeah. So,
but yeah,
maybe do that and just give us a new spin on Dexter. But yeah, that's about it.
What if you guys said that Angela's the best cop on the show? What if she got her own spinoff?
I don't like cop shows.
Yeah, but then it's just gonna be another cop show.
Yeah, I don't like cop shows.
Yeah. Speaking of Angela, I thought it was really funny when she was like talking to the other cop, and she was like, "Have you heard from Logan?" And he was like, "No, he's just in the station with Dexter." And then she was like, "Fuck!" And she started running to her car from the snow. The way she ran was fucking hilarious. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it was just like really awkward. I thought she almost was gonna bust her ass, and I felt like one of her legs just went to the side when she was running.
Her legs slipped out from the snow.
It's hard, man. It's hard running in snow.
Bitch, why didn't you drive all the way up there? Like, why did you have to stop?
She didn't know what point exact. Well, no, Dexter gave her like exact coordinates.
Yes, he gave her the directions.
I want you to make
there
a
were
left, go
tire
down 100
marks.
feet. You're gonna smell the bodies.
Yeah, there were tire marks leading up to where she needed to go. Just follow the fucking tire marks. I would have stayed in the car. That's like the safest place.
Yeah, that's a solid point.
But Yeah, but that's whatever.
I did want to say though,
and
that
if-
you were talking about it. There's one point right before she goes to Dexter, and Dexter tells her like, "Oh, go here" and everything, where she's
Yeah.
sitting outside. I want to say she's on her car looking up at the moon.
Okay.
And
yes.
it's funny because in the books, the full moon plays a big part with the Dark Passenger and the need for Dexter to kill. It's like a whole thing. So when she was
okay.
looking at the moon, I was like, "Oh, it's cool. I wonder if they're going to reference that." And then she's just like, "Fuck!" And she runs. I was like, "What?" It took me completely out. I was like, "Wait a second, what's happening?"
I thought she saw something in the moon or like figured something. Like I was like, "What's happening?" She was like, "Motherfucker!" Or like I was just like,
Yeah, I was just like, "Okay."
Yeah.
that was interesting.
I think she channeled her inner Deborah.
I mean, let's be real. They look exactly the same.
Do they?
Yes.
I
Nah,
don't think so.
Guys.
no. Angela's way prettier.
I would agree.
Oh,
I like
okay,
Angela.
I'm sorry. It's the same. It's the same fucking person.
Wow, so you think all cops look the same? Wow.
The ones who were like kind of
You
tall,
think
skinny
Dexter
with
just
long
wanted to
hair.
fuck his sister?
Well, Deborah did want to bang Dexter in the show. I don't know if you remember that, but she did have urges for Dexter in one of the seasons.
I think.
Yeah,
I
because
You
they
guys should
weren't
really go
like
back
they
and
weren't
watch
like
this.
blood real.
no, they weren't.
So-
Well, that wasn't why, but yeah, yeah, that's also true.
I mean, I feel like that's like the only.
I mean, they were also in the south.
No, it's
so, I
because
mean,
Deborah was everybody that Deborah was falling in love with was like dying, and she was like losing her mind, and she was just like, "Oh, I don't know what's going on." And then I think she had some type of dream
well,
or
she
something.
also
and she
dated
was,
Lundy, who was like 102 years
well,
old.
that was her true love. At the end of the day, Lundy and
Yeah.
Deborah were meant for one another. But
Yeah, that was fucking weird. All right, we need to
Yep,
end
yep.
this. Yeah, no more talking.
yeah, we need
Thank
to let
you
this
for-
podcast die so that another one can live.
Fuck, I almost just died. Thank you for listening to Los Wise Guys podcast. If you like what you hear, follow us on social media, like, subscribe, share, rate, review. Go check out the Los Wise Guys website. Go check out our YouTube page. We are throwing down those videos, full episodes, video clips out there. Go check them out. Real good. Thank you for listening. Have a great week.